Okay guys, today we're going to be testing how waterproof ammunition is. Okay, so in one of my videos I made talking about concealed carry ammunition, why you should cycle through, somebody said, hey, you shouldn't have to worry about humidity and stuff because ammunition is watertight. Today we're going to test that. So I have got various jugs here. This one's already full of water for 1 month, 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour, and a minute. And I'm going to submerge all these different ammunition cartridges in water for this amount of time each, and then we're going to take them to the range and shoot it. So we're going to be testing various different round cartridges here. So first up, we got my 223 reloads, and I got my 9mm reloads. We got some Walmart 22. We also got some Walmart shotgun shells. We got some CCI Blazer brass ammunition, very popular target ammunition. And we got some 6.5 Creedmoor here. That's the skinny stuff. Just some PMC 223, and then we have some nicer stuff here. So we got the Hornady Critical Defense. This is double-aught buck, and then we have the Sig Sauer the Crown, whatever, hollow point, jacketed hollow points. These are like $1 a round. So yep, this is gonna be an expensive one. 3 Blazer brass going underwater. That's so sad putting in this. All this ammunition here is like over $100 of ammunition that we're going to be putting underwater. So please like and sub, because that's how I pay for this. Here's some 6.5 Creedmoor round going underwater for a month. Okay, so I got that there in the month, and then 2 weeks before I go shoot, I'll fill up this one. 1 week before I'll fill up this one. I'll just fill them up right before I go, and then we'll go see how waterproof ammunition is. Okay, guys, so here we are. We got the all the different time amounts full of water, except the 1 minute, which I'm going to go ahead and fill up, and then we're going to go ahead and shoot them on. We'll see how they look. Okay, so this is what they look like after being agitated a little bit just on the drive up. So the 1 month is obviously looking pretty horrible. 2 weeks a little bit foggier, and then we get clearer and clearer as time goes on. And the 1 minute, I'm just going to go fill up right now, and then we'll get on with it, and we'll see how they go bang. Okay, so we do have a little bit of a control group here, but their sample sizes are really small. So this isn't, and same with what I'm shooting. I only had so much money that I could spend on ammunition, so my sample sizes are relatively small, as you can see. So I am going to shoot these to see what their normal velocity is, and then we can compare it to what's been soaked in water. So if it does go bang and a little bit of the powder is what we'll be able to tell kind of the reduced performance. I don't have shotgun shells to do control groups up. These are guns that we're going to be using. So I got just Breakdown 22, Remington 870, Sig P320, my AR, and then Ruger American 6.5 Creedmoor. Okay, so let's go ahead and shoot that control group. Okay, guys, so what I did is I strained him in this. This is for the 1 minute. I was going to film this, but then I was still on time lapse, which sucks. And then we're going to dry him off, and then we're going to shoot him. And my guess is that the minute ones all go bang. Put in the comments if you have any experience with wet ammunition and what you think is going to happen with all of them. Now we have some Walmart shotgun shells, just bird shot. We'll see if it goes bang. At 1 minute soaking time. Now I have 3 of my personal 223 reloads, followed by 3 factory out of the AR. Oh man, this thing kicks like nothing. The 3 6.5 Creedmoor rounds. Okay, so for 1 minute, everything went bang, no problem. Just glancing over here without analyzing data, looks like no velocity drops. Okay, so let's do the hour next. Okay, and we'll just be shooting all these in the same order. Okay, everything's loaded up again for an hour. The hour one. Let's do this. Okay, so far it's been pretty surprising. I didn't think everything would go bang for the hour. So this is what the day looks like. And you can start to see that after being completely submerged in water for a day, these Hornady Critical Defenses look a little different. and even if anything doesn't go bang, I think it's gonna be shotgun or maybe my reloads because they've been reloaded multiple times. But yeah, let's see what goes bang. There you have it. So of the centerfire cartridges for one day, literally everything went bang except one of my reloads. I think it's because I trimmed the heck out of those primer pockets, and maybe it was trimmed a little much, let a little water in, killed the primer. Other than that, centerfire, it's like of the factory, 100% of the centerfire rounds, including shotgun shells, went off after being submerged underwater for a full day. So I didn't think it was going to be that good, but that's impressive. We'll look at the velocity data later. Okay, so this is what the ones from a week look like. Honestly, very similar to the day, a little bit of wearing in there. Okay, all of the 9mm, everything went off except one of my personal reloads. And the SIG self-defense had, well, my personal reloads had a noticeable reduction in velocity. And the SIG hollow points also had a noticeable reduction in velocity. But pretty much of the factory rounds, almost everything went bang. I feel like I'm camping and like, you know, cooking. It's like, don't mind me, just woo, rinsing out my bullets. Okay, so these are the casualties so far. So a day, just one of my reloads. A week, and all the 22. A week, all the 22. The Hornady critical defense, and then one of my reload 223s and one of my reload 9. And then at 2 weeks, things are starting to look pretty gnarly. That's a factory 223. That's one of my reloaded 9s. The Hornady critical defense is looking horrible. I don't know what all this rust is coming from. Even the Walmart ammo. I mean, this stuff's looking pretty rough, so I don't know what's going to go in here. So we're going to find out. So after 2 weeks, the only things that were flawless was the Blazer brass ammunition and the PMC 223, as well as the SIG self-defense was 100%, went to go off, but its velocity was significantly reduced. So let's try our final round with 1 month. Okay, guys, this water is filthy. I don't think anything's freaking gonna go bang in here. Stuff is freaking nasty. It's like juice. This is what the 1 month looks like. Very similar to the 2 weeks. Like a ton of corrosion on these. I don't think any of these shotgun shells are going to go off, to be honest with you. It's going to be rough. But the Blazer brass has been 100% with almost no velocity reduction, and same with the PMC 223. So those are what I'm holding out for, but everything else, I don't know. Goes bangs of the month. My guess is 0 shotgun shells. So far I've been accurate. Gotta be prepared if they do go bang, because these Hornady double out buck, ooh, they pack a wallop. Nothing. Okay, my personal reloads. On my personal reload. Okay, here's the Blazer brass. It's always been super reliable. Oh, that was delayed. Did it cycle? Nope, it did not cycle, and it delayed. The rest were perfect. There's the SIG. Didn't cycle. And cycle issues, but still always went bang. Okay, here's my personal reloads out of the 223. Nothing. Okay, here's the PMC. It's always been 100%. 100% flawless, even after a month in water. That PMC, small sample group of 20, but dang impressive performance underwater. I've had a lot of delayed fires with it being wet, so I've been really precautious about keeping it pointed. I mean, you should always,
I always am pointing in the safe direction, but geez. Okay, so that wraps it up. I will be going over the data and be talking about it later, but these are the casualties. So for 1 month, not much went bang. There's 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 day. The only thing that was 100% reliable every single time was, I don't even have the case for it, but the PMC, that cheap 223 you get, literally 100% function and not even any delay fires after being sunk underwater for a month. I was staying impressed. The Blazer Brass, 100% performance, one where it delayed fired just a little bit. And I'll go look at the velocity and analyze that later. But so far, ammunition, for the most part, factory ammunition is very watertight. So if it's been underwater, like you were out hunting and it got wet or something, or you left it on the ATV, it rained, and got soaked, dry it off on the outside, and you're going to be good to go. And same with like even self-defense ammo. If you fell over into a stream and you were carrying it, just dry it off. You should be 100% good to go, especially for short exposures like that. Okay, we'll go analyze this data and talk about it there, but so far, thanks for watching. So these are with all the sample size. I have another set of data here that's just the averages of everything. So this one's a little bit more useful because you can see what really went bang and what didn't. So dashes means nothing went bang, but there were some of these where not everything went bang, and that's what is shown up above. To make this a little bit easier to digest, I've thrown it into plots where you can see the length of time that things were in the water on the bottom, and then the velocity on the left, so you can see the velocity reduction with time. So these are for my reloads, and I put a percentage over here on the right. This one was taken from the 1 week because the only one that went bang at the 2 weeks one, there was only one that went bang and actually went decent velocity. The other two didn't even go, so I'm not really counting that one. So 1 week, my personal reload is 78% original velocity. The Blazer Brass at the 1 month, 89% velocity. The SIG Hollow Point Self-Defense had a significant reduction in velocity with time. Even though the difference between two weeks and a month doesn't seem to be so big. But yes, 60% original velocity. This is my reloads for my 223. I just put a dash because the 2 weeks and 1 month didn't even go bang. But if it went bang, it didn't lose a whole lot. The one that was most surprising to me, honestly, was the 223 PMC rounds. It's like 98% the original velocity after 1 month. Everything went bang, no delays in fire whatsoever, and 98% original velocity with only a sample size of 3 for the control and the 1 month, honestly is within the margin of error of what that lot could have been. So honestly, pretty much no reduction in velocity. So if for some reason you're going to be snorkeling with your AR and need to find some ammo, go with the 223 PMC. Yeah. Consult your attorney before going snorkeling with ARs because I don't know legalities about that. Anyway, the 6.5 Creedmoor, we had about 92% original velocity, so yeah, not a whole lot, but yes, some reduction. I have the overall percentages in reduction with the given time right here. So we see there's definitely some significant reduction. Also, it is interesting to note that the first things to not go bang were the 22 long rifle, followed by shotgun shells. Shotgun shells reliably did not go bang after 2 weeks, and the Hornady double-aught buck didn't go bang even after 1 week underwater. Okay, guys, so that wraps everything up as far as the velocity goes and what goes bang. Hopefully that was a little bit informative on whether ammunition is waterproof or not. So essentially the moral of the story is if you're ATVing or hunting, you left it out in the rain, whatever, dropped it in a puddle, you're good to go. Depending on the type of ammunition, you're good to go even if it was left in water for longer periods of time. Maybe it was in a cellar or a basement and you had it flood and it got all wet. Honestly, you're probably just fine. If you guys have any other comments or thoughts on ammunition that's been soaked, please put it in the comment section below. I still read everything eventually, a little slow. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Got a little light.